For 21 years, Uganda has experienced a civil war involving the Lord's Resistance Army, a group of self-proclaimed freedom fighters who terrorized the civilian population in the northern part of the country. A few hundred miles from Kampala, the capital city, and only accessible by air or bad roads that only get worse during the rainy season, is Pada district, where lies the displaced people camp of Kotomor, one of the most severely affected areas.
The place is called Kotomor because in the past this used to be a hunting ground before the people occupy here, and because this place had a source of water that could not dry during the dry season, so they would stay here for all these dry periods of time hunting until when the clouds have already started gathering and it's already thundering. When it begins to thunder, the people will now say, this is now the right time for us to go back home and begin to cultivate. And then that's why they call this place Kotomor, because Kotomor means thundered.
In an effort to stamp out the rebellion, the army headquartered in the area at the height of the conflict. The abandoned shacks which housed the soldiers are only a reminder of this turbulent past. At one time home to 4,000 refugees, the camp is no more than an array of mud and straw huts built about 12 feet apart. With a ceasefire that has been in effect for almost the past 2 years and an imminent final peace agreement, many have gone back to their own villages, leaving behind around 1,500 settlers who are making the camp their permanent home. Essential to this camp-turning village is Kotomor Primary School.
Up. So let's stand for the national anthem. Are we ready?
Yes.
Oh, Uganda. Oh, Uganda, may God
uphold thee. We lay our future in the arms. United people, we shall feast.
The school opens at 8 a.m. with the morning assembly, and the flag is raised, and we give space for a bit of communications to the children, and then we go at 8:30 we go for the first lesson. For the infant classes, they have lessons of 30 minutes, and for the upper classes from P4 to P7 they have a period of 40 minutes. So from 8:30 to 10:30, the lower classes have 4 periods, while the upper classes have 3 periods. And then they come out for a short break, the morning break, for 30 minutes, from 10:30 to 11. And then from 11 to 1 p.m., we have also the same number of periods as the periods before break. But for the upper classes, they come and continue from 8:20 to 3:40 when they come out. They go into various clubs. They go for football, others go for 7 stones. Different groups now go to different areas of plays for at least 40 minutes. And then we assemble them, we lower the school flag, and then we instruct them for the next day, and then we close the school at 5 p.m.
Even though the original building was badly damaged by fire and strong winds, the school grew in popularity because of the presence of the government armed forces. Hundreds are on the roll, though only a small amount are able to attend at any one time. Otema Michael Okinyo, the head teacher, sees the school as an oasis for education, but also as a place for rehabilitation for the many young people abducted by the LRA and in need of post-traumatic help.
One day we were at home and we heard the rebels were coming. We left the village quickly, but they caught up with us and took me with them and made me carry a big bunch of bananas on my head. When we got to the stream to rest, they ordered me to drink. Then they threw a tarpaulin over me. It was covered in blood, and they left me there. I ran back to my village and I found 2 people that they had killed and cut to pieces with machetes.
The school is a hope for the future. In order to help this project become a reality, and after a year of fundraising and planning, a team from Kings Norton and Northfield went to help, bringing much needed resources donated by different schools and businesses as well as individuals.
We started here working, and yesterday we were levelling the floor, and it was very hard physical work, but very enjoyable as well, because the team spirit is very united, and we have a lot of fun. It's just absolutely fantastic. I'm loving it.
Kotomor Primary School is very much a work in progress. There is still a lot to do.
Because of the conditions which were brought about by the war in Pader district, the people became very poor, and as you see the children going to school, you will understand just how poor they are. When you see children going to school barefoot, when you follow them into their classrooms and you realise that the classroom is just an empty room and the children are sitting on the floor to receive their lessons. No desks, no chairs, none of the things which we're used to in the UK to make a classroom attractive, but simply a bare room overcrowded with children sitting on the floor. It's also common in this situation for people to eat only one meal a day because of lack of food. And when you think about children trying to learn in school and realise that they arrive in the morning before they've eaten anything, and they will sit through the full day before they go home in the evening to eat their meal. And you can understand easily that that is not an ideal situation for children to be learning in. So one of our aims will be to help to provide at least one meal to the children while they're in school. And we think that at least in the beginning that we will need to provide the food to make that possible. But our long-term aim is not that we would continue to be giving food, but rather that we would help the school to develop its own farm so that the children can be growing food. So we would like to see that they're developing a place where they can grow crops. So they will need seeds and they will need tools to cultivate that land. But also, if possible, we would like to see them with somewhere or with animals so that they can have maybe cows to provide at least one drink of milk for the children every day, and chickens to provide eggs, so that the diet that the children will receive will be a healthy diet for them, a well-balanced diet, providing all that they need.